Okay,
it was my
so-
boy's birthday last
I'm
night.
like, what?
Fucking 29,
29, dude. Am I 30 in Persian years?
bro. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're also Persian by you're also 30 by Korean years.
There's
well.
too many different kinds of years to keep track of. You got the Chinese years, Chinese zodiac years, and you got the fucking
Well, that doesn't matter, right?
the
It's
Mayan,
same age.
got the Mayan years. You
Those
got
are the same age too, no?
Is it?
12-month calendar, yeah.
Is-
That's what we're doing.
Then you got the Arab calendar.
Arab calendar is just like counting one ahead.
Yeah, it's
That's all.
too much to keep track of there, man.
That's all.
And the Koreans, like you just said.
Yeah, they're also one ahead.
What the fuck, man?
Koreans and Persians think alike. What can I say? Middle East and the Koreans are top tier guys.
Is that your pickup line when you talk to Korean girls?
What?
We think alike.
No,
So we
no.
should like.
I
fuck.
deny all association to being Middle Eastern when I talk to Korean girls. They ask
How
me
hard must that be for you? Because
extremely hard.
You look like. What the fuck else do you look like?
I look like
What are you
a
gonna
fucking
claim?
Middle Eastern convict.
Yeah, so I'm
Um,
like, what are you claiming there, if not Middle Eastern?
I try to claim the least I can with them. I try to be the least egotistical. That's also a huge.
I mean, that's just good advice for life in general.
No. Some girls like that shit.
Oh yeah, for girls. I meant for life in general.
No, life. I mean, of course, we got to be realistic. But yeah. So, what surprised you the most about last night?
I wouldn't say I got surprised at all. Oh, maybe at the end, probably how much better at table tennis that you were than I thought. Probably that's that. Everything else was.
Emil's super solid.
Yeah, Emil. Yeah,
But
we
I'll
have
give
good
you
games.
this. I haven't played table tennis since 2016.
Well, also this, man. If you come by on Wednesdays, it'll be a lot more fun because, like, those paddles we're playing with there,
Garbage, huh?
basically playing with like glass.
Yeah.
No spin, no nothing. That's why I was pointing it out to Vic. Not
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's not here. It doesn't matter.
evil. When Emma was swinging, even when I was swinging, like the way that we both play, like you'll notice us. We're trying to lift the ball.
Yeah.
But the paddles won't lift because there's
No.
no grip. So you're trying and it just goes flat and it'll go into the net.
Yeah.
Emil figured it out later on how to adjust his game.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, it was just it was struggling, right? Because
Yeah.
we're like, why the fuck won't this thing lift? That's just how it is.
Dr. Evil never played, huh?
Those are no, I don't think ever.
I don't think he does play.
Must be his first. I think he played once. That was probably his first time.
Sonny sucks too.
Okay. None of these guys played. Except
Vince
for
is not the best.
Aftab's played,
After,
but he hasn't played in a while. He hasn't played in like 2 years. I don't think.
If I could say 1 to 4, it'd be Emil, me, you, Aftab.
Yeah, probably.
And you know what? Your playing style is strange because you and Emil were pretty close. Like in certain games, like Emil might have beat you like less than he beat me.
Well, the thing is, you got to think about it, right? We only play once a week, and we literally only play with each other.
Yeah.
When we go to this, like at the rec center,
Yeah.
it's just us. Even though it's open to anybody 19 plus, only we show up. There was a couple times some like random Asian dude showed
Yeah.
up with his girlfriend.
Is he good?
The Asian, yeah, kicked our ass.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Those guys are
and he wasn't even that good. Like
Yeah.
I've been to, so there's a table tennis like gym.
Mhm.
I used to go to. It's in near Fraser,
Yeah.
and that's like, dude, like fuck. If you want to see good players,
Yeah.
you go there.
So I used to do Muay Thai in Killarney because I used
Mm-hmm.
to go to Killarney in grade 8 and 9.
Yeah,
And there's a community center behind the school, and there's about 4 table tennis like tables there. And I would watch these Asian guys play like straight fob, right? Bro, I'm telling you, no joke of a fucking lie. Some of the craziest things I've ever seen, like the introductions to table tennis, were
Yeah.
probably at around that age.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I saw these guys like do like a splitter. Remember I told you what a splitter is? It's not a universal term for it, but basically what it is if I had to describe it, when you're doing a serve, it hits the one side and then comes back without the other person touching it.
yeah, yeah.
And they could do this non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing was, a lot of these games, some of the older guys, the way they won wasn't through back and forth, going back and forth. It was just through the serve.
Well, it's really funny because when me and Emil, you should like, I'm serious. You really should comment. Like the next Wednesday that you're free, just text one of us and be like, "Yo, I'm free. I'm coming," and then just show up. It's at 6. But it's funny because when me and Emil play, we'll warm up for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We're just hitting it. We're literally just like smacking the ball to each other, right? We're just rallying. And then it's so funny because when we actually like play a game, then all of a sudden we play super fucking lame, where it's like warming up, we're like smacking the ball, we look fucking good, And then all of a sudden, as soon as we play, we like puss out because then it's like we plays like super lame fucking serve, like a lot of spin.
Yeah.
And then the game looks totally different because it's like, all right, serve, and the other guy's like barely like touching it.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because whenever we play, we're like, man, we always do this. Like we hit it like this, and all of a sudden, then we fucking play gay.
Yeah.
It's so
Emil
funny.
has he does the same serve every time, whereas you switch it up sometimes, and I try to switch it up all the time. Just because I think if I serve it to you like 5 times the same way, you're probably gonna understand what I'm trying to do. Right.
The best guys, it looks like they're serving the same every single time, but it's different every time. That's the really good guys, where like the movement is exactly the same, but they can change the spin without you even telling from their movements, and the serve will act different. So you'll see like pros when they serve, some of the guys it looks like they're literally doing the same thing, but then when you slow it down, you can actually see that at the last second they're like going side or they're going back. Or they're going the other side, or they're going forward. Yeah. But in the real time, it looks like it's the same serve every single time.
I've seen it both ways. I've seen the guys switch it up, just like straight up. You could just tell it's a different fucking serve.
Some of them, you have to. So like, if you do like a tomahawk, you have to like change.
Yeah.
But when you're like serving it like this,
yeah,
you can go back, you can go side, and it's funny because when these guys do it in real time, they'll do something like this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, did he side it? But then by the time it hits you, it's too late to think. Right. So those are the cool ones that I've seen. But those are like super high level.
The Lebanese place, what do you think of the food?
I've been to not that one before, but I've been to Nuba and Davy before. Yeah. So it was a bit about the same menu. Like I like it. I don't know about you, but the way that Nuba does their veggie food is, I don't know, pretty enjoyable to me. But it's, I don't know, for you it's probably just like another day at the fucking office. It's like if we went to a Latino place, I'd be like, yeah, sure, great, but
tacos are tacos, right?
Yeah, not just tacos, but
just the meat's different.
Yeah. So I mean, same, right? So like for you, you're probably looking at it like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't believe for a second that was bison. That could have been.
Did they say? Oh, it says bison kufta, right? No, I don't think. Maybe like 10% bison and then cut up with like cow meat.
Because that's a kebab, right? What a kebab means is like it's shredded with other things and it's a mix, right? That they put it on a skewer and then they cook that. So it's not actual like off just a bison. It's a mix of things. It could be.
What you guys call kebab, is that what they call kufta?
Kufta is kebab.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just the same word, just different languages.
I mean, Persians use kufta too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it means the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just different places, right? Like in Iran, like people think it's all like just Persian people. No, it's like there's like Lebanese people that speak that dialect of Arabic.
Yeah.
In Iran, there's Kurdish people too, and other things. But again, all of our cultures are very close, right? Just like Central American cultures are very close.
Of course, makes sense.
It is what it is. It seemed like everybody had a man bun in there. It seemed like a prerequisite to work there.
Oh, to work? Yeah, that was funny.
That was fucked up.
You tipped him with a joint. That was hilarious.
I mean, yeah,
because you had it there on the table.
He was asking for one. I'm like, bro, you just served 10 of us.
Yeah. That was cool.
It is what it is. What else was notable was we rarely get together that often.
Yeah,
like not that volume amount of people.
That's why I generally like my birthdays, because I try and do that. I try and get my close friends together from like different groups all together, and then what's funny for me is that I'll see these different groups of people throughout the year in different frequencies, right? Like obviously I'm seeing every fucking week for this podcast.
Yeah, I'm already tired of you. I'm sure the feeling's mutual.
And then with my other boys, I'll see them more often, and then like with the other groups of friends, I'll see them less often, like every once in a while to catch up and stuff. But for the people at that table, that's their like yearly get together with these other people.
Yeah.
So like Dr. Evil, that's his yearly get together to see like Natasha and like but like my other group, like before, like when I used to invite my other work friends, like the guys like Chris and Gordon, I didn't invite them this year, but again, they've been at a few birthdays, and it was just cool because I mean I'm seeing these guys every day at work or whatever, and I'm seeing my boys all the time, but then this everybody in that table knows each other, but this is like their yearly like once a year catch up.
Hey dog.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to get everybody together for that, and everybody generally has a good time. And I thought this year was pretty similar. Some people stayed longer. We went out to the fucking table tennis bar, but some people left. But everybody was there for a portion. So
next time I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Next time I said we go to a bar, a little bit classier, with people who are like more similar to us and try to mingle. I think that'd be the move.
More similar to us. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, listen, like, it's gonna be hard for a couple to mingle at a bar where people.
Well,
are
then, yeah, but then that's not my birthday anymore. Like, well, let's just call that something else. And do
No,
something
that's what I'm
else.
saying.
Yeah.
I said next time we go out.
Oh, go out. Oh, for sure. Yeah, but
Yeah.
this was not.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
last
That
time was not the
wasn't-
purpose.
Yeah, that
yeah,
was
yeah,
not
yeah.
the purpose. Intention
For sure,
wasn't-
we could. Yeah, that's totally a thing we could do. Not a problem at all.
Because like that's what the Canby would be the best for that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It'd be good. The Roxy would be pretty good. It's because like at places that the music is too loud, like venue celebrity, you can't talk to
No,
people,
man.
bro.
No,
just can't.
you
Like
show up in your group and that's it.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
and another thing is like people aren't.
And you better hope your group like brought other people.
Well, it pays to pay.
Yeah, there's
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have a table in there, you're going to be killing it. But it's going to be nothing of substance. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Over the years, I'll tell you that.
Queen died on my birthday.
Oh, yeah. About time, though.
You
do
know
you
what's
think?
crazy? That her mom lived longer than she did.
How many more years?
6 more. 102. She made it to 102.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth won.
Yeah. I don't know. I think these people, like, it's just, like, we don't need another queen. We don't need monarchy. You could even argue that capitalism is failing to an extent. I don't have any better ideas, though. Like, I don't have a better suggestion. How I think is, like, if you don't have a better suggestion, don't say something sucks, right? But I'm going against that right now.
I'm voicing my opinion.
I'm voicing my
anyways.
opinion with no solution. So anybody out there with a good solution, DM me.
Yeah,
and
with DM funny but foul.
I can steal your fucking solution just like Edison stole from
Tesla.
fucking Tesla. But Eddie Bravo and Joe Rogan were talking about how this is gonna go conspiracy. So stop me when you want.
All right, I'm done.
All right, and that's the
Next
episode.
topic. What you got?
What the fuck was I gonna say?
Bro, it was spacey today.
Yeah, today's
You're on SpaceX over here.
SpaceX. If you had to place odds
Mm.
of how fast they get fired at a place like, let's say, a big software corp,
You?
yeah,
Okay.
how fast would you say? Because I actually asked other guys in our group of friends, same question
You're
last
just
night.
going around taking surveys.
Emil said right away. Emil's like, what else can it be? Like right away. I didn't even finish the question.
I
Like, how
wouldn't-
fast would I get fired? And he's like, yo, right away.
I think you'd be more likely to quit soon than you get fired.
How so? Why?
I'm basing this on your current experience right now.
Mm,
It'll be the same.
small. Well, it's always nice to see girls get into construction. That's what I can say about that. And I try to advice with that and go along with that because I think it's good. It's better than seeing somebody not make as much money, especially a woman.
Yeah.
Because like you can make it's actually like incentivized to have girls in those kind of fields because a lot of these corps care about actually have like equal outcome almost.
Yeah.
Basically,
But-
they don't say it, but it's basically like they've picked in the time I've been there, they've picked girls over. What?
Chips, bro.
No, man, not on thing. You're gonna make it. I can tell you got that old man fucking bite, and you don't. You. It's gonna just sound like.
Dude, it's so easy. Just
No, it's not.
and then
No.
back.
No.
It's so simple. Just,
You can have the whole thing, but afterwards,
okay.
you can literally have the whole thing.
Okay,
I've already disengaged with it,
such a dick.
but afterwards.
But to answer your question, that's what I think. I don't think you'd actually get fired. You would be more prone to quitting because you'd be like, "Fuck this!" Like having to act a certain way.
Yeah.
I think that would get to you first, rather than you actually getting fired.
Yeah.
Because if you actually landed a job there, unless you like faked your way there, which is unlikely, because these guys are these days a lot more stringent in how they do their applications.
You'd be surprised though. Old reliable as far as like girls, because I see this often with
What do you mean?
with guys in general. Everybody we know, not everybody just we know, but like a lot of people that we associate with, a lot of people that we hear from,
Okay.
especially guys, have a hard time letting go whether the relationship is done or not. They still continue to fuck this person or hang out with this person or whatever, be associated with this person, right? Whether it's because of whatever reason they broke up with, that's not the concern. But the thing is like it's almost rare now to see somebody like stop associating themselves with like an ex-girlfriend and like go like incognito with them or like MIA where they completely like disengage. Whereas now I think as we age, we kind of do disengage to a point, to an extent, maybe not like a romantic relationship or whatever, but we do enjoy, similar company over time. You know what I mean? Whether that's once a week, once a month, once every 6 months, whatever.
So what's the question? Why do we not do that, or why do we
Why
do that?
do we do that? Why do you think?
Why do we not let go?
Yes.
Jesus, bro.
Go ahead.
I think part of that has to do with most people, like the general public, has a tendency to have a fear of abandonment. Like that's a very common psychological thing people do have. There's a lot of people that don't have that, obviously, and whatever, they're fine. It's cool. They can just. There's a lot of people who are on the opposite end, right? That's like they don't want to get attached, so it's actually very easy for them to let go because they were never really in it to begin with.
Right.
But there's a large group of people, I think, anyways, that have this fear of being abandoned and wanting to be attached, even if on paper they're not, right? So if they're in a relationship and then all of a sudden they're not, they don't really want to, or even if they know the relationship's going to shit, they want to hold on because they're scared that if they let go, then like what? They're not going to find someone else, or like they're not going to feel good, whatever.
Would you advise this to like a son or a daughter?
Advise what?
Would it change? Also, is the next question. Would you advise to kind of take your time, I guess, breaking up with somebody and dragging it along like this, where they continue to be associated, whether that's because of abandonment issues or whatever you brought up? Would you advise that, or would you advise against that? Would you say, okay, when you're done with this person, completely block off? Like if you had to give,
what does done mean though? That's the question, right? Because I think that's where people have a lot of issues because they don't really. They would probably tell you like, oh yeah, when I'm done, then like I'll cut off. But the thing is, they don't really. They have problems accepting that they're done. They don't know what that is. To them, it's something that's so far away. Even though to you, you might look at it and be like, bro, you were done like 2 months ago. What you're doing now is you're just like, you guys are stringing each other along. But the guy's like, no, man. But like, we still kind of care for each other, blah, blah, or whatever. And then from an outsider's point of view, you're like, no, man, that was donezo a long time ago.
Yeah, I think key point is being an outsider, right? I think myself, when I was younger, it was more prevalent, but even now, sometimes I make the mistake of being biased, and that only hurts myself over time. Because if you're biased with yourself, you're basically lying to yourself, and that you're not really coming up with realistic expectations or anything like that. So I think it's not good. But would you, to go back to that question, is would you advise this to a child of yours? Like if they were going through the same thing, or they're constantly breaking up with this person, and whether it's arguing or toxic or not, or would you be like, hey, totally disengage, just don't waste your time?
I think my advice would probably be similar to what I've been given before from people that I respect, where it's try and be in a healthy relationship. And what do we define as a healthy relationship? Well, there's your typical things like, you support each other. You guys aren't being parasites to each other. Like you guys are supporting each other and making sure that you guys are doing what's best for each other as well as for yourselves. That's one thing. But when you start to rationalize certain things that aren't good as being good, that's when all of a sudden you need to be more aware of that. So for example, like what you mentioned was, if you keep breaking up and getting back together, like all this other, like, it's like this, it's like bickering at each other and like, oh, we're together, now we're not, and this and that. And it's like, you can tell that both parties are uncomfortable, but they also don't want to kind of like end things. That's kind of when you want to be like, hey, listen, try and step back for a second and look at what this is. This isn't a good situation. So like, I've known people who have done that, and I've had to approach them and be like, listen, man, this shit's not healthy for you because it's almost like it's not schizophrenia, but it's almost like a fucking manic depressive thing, because all of a sudden you're good one day, you're great, you're riding high, it's like, you know, best girlfriend ever, best boyfriend ever, and the next thing you know, it's like you're fucking hating the guts out of that person, and you're feeling terrible and all this other stuff, and you're having these like crazy high and lows. That is not healthy, because your energy level goes with that too, and you start your other relationships in life start getting affected. Like when your relationship's super low, now you're treating people close to you like in a bad way, and that's the kind of stuff you want to avoid. And I think as far as advice that I'd have for like a kid of mine, be like, you need to be mindful of how you're feeling around this person, right? If you're not feeling good, if you're constantly feeling bad, you need to ask yourself why you're still with this person.
How about this? I think you're covering the basics, which is good, but I think we need to get into the meat of this. What about a side piece, right? Well, whether you're the side piece of them or they're the side piece of you, it's not unhealthy, because I think at this age with our group of friends and people we associate with, we try to be with people who are relatively aware of their understanding of the world, their needs, their wants, what's healthy, what's not. Generally, people that I've seen us associate with generally seem to have a healthy mindset and can distinguish a healthy relationship to an extent, right? Better than, my group of friends, right?
Okay.
My group of friends are totally different. Would you say the same thing for a side piece? Because a side piece intentions with you, the relationship might not be that, might not even have the opportunity to be that toxic, because you're only doing it for, let's say, sex or friendship or, a multitude of things that aren't in a long-term future type of plan. Right? It's not planned. Most side pieces I've been with personally, I'll speak for myself, have been basically, we both are aware that this is sexual or emotional or whatever, and it's not something that we're trying to build on. It's just something we're trying to enjoy for the time being. Would you say that you should have that kind of thing? Like for me, I would say, if I have a son, I would say for a side piece, like enjoy it while you can, but once you see that it dictates other things, right? Or once you see that it takes away from you settling with somebody that's actually going to be long term, I would say get away from it. Enjoy it while you can, while it's new, while it's fresh, while she's not annoyed of you and you're not annoyed of her. But once it kind of starts fucking with your life, I'd say bounce right away. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty sound advice. These days, with modern relationships, now you'll see people that have these, they call them like new modern relationships, things that didn't really exist before. They probably did exist before, they just didn't really have a name. Now people have a name for these things, whether it's, sure, like side pieces. I'm not gonna have much, just a bit.
I rolled you a whole joint.
No, man, I'm not doing that. Gotta wake up at like 7 tomorrow.
For what?
Don't worry about it, man. I got a life.
What are you?
I got stuff to do.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I got stuff to do, man.
7 a.m. What are you doing?
That's life, man.
On a Sunday?
Why you gotta ask about my business, bro?
Listen, what are you doing on 7 a.m. on September 11th?
Oh man, okay, I got a long day tomorrow. So there's a golf tournament I'm going to that starts at 11, and that's gonna go until probably like 5 or 6, because golf, and then there's food afterwards, and there's prizes and all this other shit. So then I have soccer, which starts at 8, but I gotta be there at like 7:30, so I gotta start heading there at like 7. So it's not much. That's basically blocked off my whole day from probably like 10 o'clock onwards. And then, because of all that, I'm going to go to church at like 8:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
So there's my 7.
Practical day.
It's fucking, it's packed.
Do you ever think of yourself as, in the future, ever counting calories? Or no?
I did a bit of that, but not super meticulous. Like not super, because there's like the extreme where you have a scale.
Yeah.
You're not only counting your calories, but you're counting the macronutrients, and that for me is
micro. Yep.
Yeah, that's just a lot to keep track of. Like,
yeah.
I'll just stop doing that, and then I'll feel like I'm not working. I think for me, what that ends up doing is that mentally it's not good for me, because let's say I start doing it every day, and then I'm doing well with that or whatever. if I all of a sudden miss a couple of days for whatever reason, then I feel like I'm failing myself. Like I'm not doing well. And it's like, oh, fuck, man. And then that's a very negative mindset to get into.
I have a solution.
So a bit, I wouldn't go that far, but I would just back off a bit and like, okay, let's roughly count what's being eaten. So like, you know, how much you're having at breakfast actually, how much you're having at lunch typically, how much of a dinner, and then are you having snacks or you're not having snacks, or you're having drinks or you're not having drinks, and then adding it up roughly that way instead of getting like super meticulous about it, keeping track of like your overall trends of food.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I'm actually kind of doing that right now with like the rough estimate is what I'm doing right now. Before there was a point at time where I very briefly did there was like a calorie track. It was like, I forget what the app was called, but there was like a calorie tracker that I was using to like, but then the issue was like, oh, I can't find what this is made of. Can't find that. And it just became like a whole thing.
Yeah. The only solution to this for guys like us that actually work, especially like people like me where I work a lot or have a lot of commitments on a weekly basis, the only solution would be to have pre-made food delivered.
Oh, yeah. Like a meal service?
That would be the only way that we could do it. It's just a expense that maybe, I mean, we could probably afford it pretty consistently, but a majority of the people, I would say, in Vancouver, and we're in one of the richest places, but like I don't think people have that much give on their budgets no more.
Well, the thing too is that I think more people could do it than we think. The issue is that you'd have to give up certain things.
Yeah.
So if
Eating out, partying,
if you just thought about, okay, where is all my food related expenses going to? There's going to be a portion that's groceries. There's going to be a portion that's drinks. There's going to be a portion that's going out for restaurants. And there's going to be a portion that's like bullshit snacks, right? And there might be a few other categories. But if you just did away with everything, you'd be like, all right, I will buy literally no food except for food prep services. I think more people could afford it than we think.
I counted how much I spend. I did a rough estimate the other day.
Per month?
I just did my 2021 taxes.
Okay.
I know I'm way late, but
you don't owe, right? So you're
government
fine.
Always owes me money, so
then you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
Because I long time ago I had when I first came and I didn't really have like real jobs. 2016, I went to my accountant, and that's when I started having this account. And he's like, "Listen, like you let me know by this time, and we'll go through your account and see what you need to spend on." So after that, I kind of like November of every year, I would just get in contact with him and go.
Nice.
What I noticed is I spent 2021. I spent somewhere along the line of $975 to $1,100 a month on food, groceries.
Bro, you could easily afford a prepped meal service.
Yeah. So this is why I was
super easy.
Yeah.
That's why I was. You could do it for like $600-700 a month.
Yeah, and it's like very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've even seen ones for $400.
I haven't seen that. That's really good fucking price.
Again, as these things are like dog walking, right? Dog walking used to be $15 a day. Now it's $25-30 a day.
How many meals is that 400 one?
400 is 3 square meals
a day,
and it averages. Yep. And it
bro,
averages,
send this to me.
And it and it averages to about a max count of 2,200 calories. So
that's why
you have to understand that
that's
if
why.
You're trying to lose weight, realistically, you should be 2,200 to 2,500. Like you shouldn't be 3,000. None of us are burning 3,000 now. That's why we're all overweight, right? Technically, we are all overweight. None of us have like premium abs. None of us have any of that. So I don't know how much our group of friends want to go through that, but like I think eventually, if we all average around 150K, very reasonable to do this. Whether we want to or we don't, but like at that point, if you're making that kind of money off one income, definitely doable.
Yeah.
Definitely doable and worth it, right? Because you got your triglycerides and stuff. I was just talking to a guy the other day. I get the rest of the year, I get every Friday off.
Really? Just cause?
Well, I have 4 weeks of vacation throughout the year.
Okay.
How it works is it's compacted to the relevance of when I started during the year. So I don't get all 4 weeks.
You mean it's prorated?
Prorated.
Okay.
Thank
that
you.
was a very long way. I was like, what is this? I'm like, okay, I know what this is. Prorated.
Well, when you don't know things, you try to make the long way of explanation.
Yeah, no, it worked. We got there in the end.
but basically what happens is there's like, I think somewhere along the lines of 16 weeks or something,
Okay.
or 18 weeks, something like that. Anyway, my pro rate's like 18
Okay, sure,
days,
sure.
right? So all the days I took Friday off because I was like, they wouldn't let me take 3 weeks at the same time.
Oh, I understand.
So I had to do that. But I was sitting with this guy. Anyway, he's like 52 years old. His daughter, dime piece. Like one of those Nammer chicks. He was showing me. He's one of these guys that like these 50-year-old guys that came to Canada in the 80s.
Yeah.
These Chinese guys and live in Richmond.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
He just had a heart attack at 51.
Fuck.
Okay? And his triglycerides are out the roof.
Through the roof. Yeah, yeah.
Through the roof.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was telling me some numbers and I was looking it up because I didn't actually know what the ratio is, right?
Right.
And
he
it was
looked
like
at me like, how are you alive?
it was like 3 to 1.
Jesus.
Like it's supposed to be 1 to 1.5. Is 1.5 is like you're in danger,
Yeah.
right? Like if you have 1.5 times the triglycerides of a normal person, you're in danger, right? You're like not morbidly obese, but you're basically overweight.
Sure.
This guy was not overweight, and I was like, "What is the problem?" He was like, "My whole ancestry line has died from 50 to 55."
Oh, shit. So he knows his time is up.
He's like, everybody. I'm like, why did you have kids? He's like, honestly, he's like, thinking back now, understanding that I have a possibility of passing on my genetics, my bad genetics.
Yeah.
I kind of regret having a child. But he's like, how can I regret it? Because I'm still a father. So he's like, I'm actually kind of torn on this.
Interesting.
If I have to think about it.
Yeah.
So with you, like, I know that your family has lived a long time. And my family generally has, everybody, knock on wood, has lived generally pretty long.
Yeah.
But do I think about the fact that, like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking hairy monkey and I might pass on my fucking ape of a father traits to my son and my daughter fucking even worse? Yeah, I do. So when I think about, like, one of the things, this is tragically shallow, but one of the things I think about, it's like the type of girls that I'm into, right? Have I been attracted to some Persian chicks? Of course. But have I told myself, like, this is a fucking ticking time bomb, bro? When that kid, when that 9-year-old is, when my daughter is 9, and she's got the fucking trail going down her neck to her lower, to her upper back that's full of fucking hair.
Oh, my God.
Am I going to think, oh, this poor child is doomed?
Oh, my God.
Right? So sometimes I think about this. Do you think about this about your
Not
nose?
that shallow. No.
Do you ever, like, okay, to mitigate my big nose, maybe I should hook up with a chick
that yes.
has a smaller
it's
nose.
never like stopped me from like, bro, I'm not gonna prevent myself from bringing a child into this world because of a fucking nose. Like, how fucking shallow do I have to be to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but bro, what if the nose is like tragic?
Doesn't fucking matter,
yours,
bro.
yours.
Like,
Listen,
what
yours is good. You have a good.
I'll put it to you this way.
Your shape of your nose is interesting.
Put it to you this
but
way.
the size is good. If I've seen some dudes.
No, I know, bro.
With
Trust.
some tragic features.
But okay, let's put it to you this way. Imagine they had like one of the worst noses of all time.
Who did?
No, just imagine this like future child, right?
My kid did?
No, we're just talking about a hypothetical
Okay.
child. I'm just painting you a picture here.
All right.
Has one of the worst noses of all time.
Yes.
It's just like tragically bad, like worst
Yep.
in a generation.
All right.
But then that child is now destined to like fucking cure Parkinson's. What? We're gonna stop this child from being born because of a nose?
Well,
when they
that's-
could have cured Parkinson's. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but-
like the nose is not as much of an issue. If all of a sudden we say this child is destined to be a fucking leech on society and is going to take away more than this person gives back, and will cause problems and blah blah all this stuff. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
this is the thing.
This
you don't
is
know.
again. This is me personally.
You don't. My problem with this ideology you have, it's fair enough, but you're not gonna know their capabilities. You're gonna know their physical features to an extent, and their genetic possible outcomes to an extent, right? You can semi-educated guess the possible genetic variety of your child.
No, actually, you
Right?
you
But-
can see with like people. There's like tests for like mental retardation. There's tests.
Yeah,
for
mental
all
retardation,
these
but
things
what
are
I'm saying
legit.
is
For
you're
me, those are
saying-
legit. But
okay,
but
that's
I'm not-
that's so outside of
what
the
I'm
scope
saying is
of
I'm not
this
shallow
kid is-
enough to do this. Okay,
Yeah.
if you are, fair enough, man. If you want to prevent ugly kids from being born, fuck it. That's your prerogative.
No, but you're saying like, oh, what if the kid's gonna fucking help?
Yeah,
with
because
Parkinson's?
the
How do you know?
possibility is there.
Yeah, but then
it
you can
is.
say that's,
And it is for you too, but it's just you just don't care because it's like could be 50-50. You're like could not, could fine. But I'm like I'm not gonna make something as shallow as a fucking nose be the reason that they're not here. Like, there's got to be a better reason. That can't be the one.
I don't
That's just
know.
what I'm saying.
I think certain things are important to consider. Like if I had a time machine and I could tell like this kid's gonna possibly make some fucking crazy invention that help human beings, sure. But I think that's so hard to calculate. Retardation, stuff like that, Down syndrome.
I'll make it worse.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring my argument even further out, and you probably won't even agree with this at all. But fuck it. Who the fuck cares how this kid looks, man? Who gives a shit? That is such a small like part of someone's like identity in
You
this
think
world
so?
we live in. 100%. What is some random off the street person's looks gonna do for me?
Why, hold
In any
on.
capacity.
For them, it would
No,
might do
in
a
any
lot.
capacity. Like, is that gonna make them more productive in life? Is that gonna make them a
Opportunity
better
might be
person?
better.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that gonna make them a better person? Is that
Maybe.
like all these things? Like, no, man.
Maybe.
No, like
I'll explain to you like this. I'll explain to you
No,
like
man,
this.
you're
You
not-
can say no all you want.
not
but
gonna
I'll
convince
explain
me
it.
here, man.
I
It's
don't
like-
care about convincing. I'm saying my part of the
Go
argument.
ahead. Go ahead.
When you're certain things, to an extent, you can say you're right. But I'll if I take that post out of the fucking soil and I try to give you a situation, I'll give it to you like this. If you look better, generally, you in a lifetime, you're gonna not in a week or two or a year, but in a lifetime, you will see a difference in people treating you in a certain way, people reacting to you in a certain way, people making fun of you or being your friend in a certain way based on how you look. How you look will define how much racism you get, will define how much discrimination you get, will define the possible opportunities of life. If you're 6'10" and, you know, you have that, but I'm not saying that's my point. My point is like the off chance that you are that tall or your body's made for something, you do have those opportunities. Some people don't. If you're 4'1" and you weigh like 80 pounds, there's a lot of things that you might not be able to apply yourself to. Given, let's say this person's normal, like just me and you.
Because we're talking,
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Don't bring these things. We're just talking like average, right? Because you
Yeah.
brought up like the hairy ape shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's funny. But
Well,
I'm like,
I'll tell you like
I'm
this.
like,
Let's
that
take
can't
that.
be the reason.
Let's take that example.
Because we're talking. We're
this
just
person. Yeah.
We're talking about like
yeah.
the median of like
Yeah.
sorry the distribution curve. We're talking about like the
Majority.
the majority, like
Yeah.
the 60% people of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. So there's within that 60%, there's guys that look great, women that look great, and especially good-looking women, even in the average spectrum. Like a 7.5 looking woman has a lot more opportunity than a 2.
Well, that's not in the 60% though. By the way,
But-
that's you're outside now. When we talked about the distribution, we talked about like good-looking people, like just looks. Most people are average looking in the world. That's just numbers.
I would say average would be anywhere from 3 to 7, right?
Well, yeah, there's your 60%.
Yeah,
so not
but
a
the
2.
7.
2 is
Okay,
like
sure,
Jesus Christ.
sure. Let's take
So
let's take those numbers back. Not
actually
a big deal.
probably 4 to 6. I would say. Honestly,
Okay,
'cause that's
fine.
average.
Even
right?
that. I'd say the degree is noticeable when you're a 6 versus when you're a 4. If the education is the same, there's going to be a notice. There's going to be a difference. Now, if you have the higher the education you go and the higher skill that you have, yes, of course, this kind of diminishes that. But on an average spectrum, if you were going to look through someone's life and see if good looks played in their favor, I would say you'd find at least a few things that majorly played in their favor, whether it was in high school, university, wherever they blossomed in life, where that took over. There's definitely an aspect where that helped significantly. And if you ask that person, hey, would you rather be good looking like you are now or ugly looking? They would say, of course, I'd rather be good looking like I am now.
Here's the other issue, especially in our modern world, day and age. You can change so much of what you look like that it doesn't. And we're not talking like major stuff like forget about surgery. I'm talking like basic stuff to make you look fucking amazing. Okay, bet. Look up 16-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, but
Look
you don't
him
know.
up.
You can't say he didn't do surgery. You don't know.
Facial structure is the same.
You're not a doctor. Again, let's stick to what we know. What we know is on our credentials. Let's not just assume these guys are not doing like,
All right.
Let's even say he's not doing surgery, but he's doing some type of enhancement.
What I'm talking about is like he's not doing major fucking facial reconstruction.
Yes, but not the average people can't afford that, right?
No. But what I'm saying is, with those basic things that are available to most people in North America have access to braces, have access to fucking corrective care for their eyesight, have access to fucking skin care, have access, you know what I mean? Like basic grooming. Most people have access to these things, and they can drastically improve their appearances. So even if someone's not objectively speaking a fucking 7, they can get close to that just by these things that in the modern world we have. In the olden days, bro, if you're born ugly, you're dying ugly. There ain't no change in that.
The only aspect that I somewhat disagree with is I think that you can't look amazing. You can look acceptable. You can look. You can have better hygiene. You can have things. I think there's certain things, whether it's psychological, physical, opportunity, certain things they might not be able to change, or it's in their hands to change. And I think it's hard for us to see this because like the human mind can't understand a population of 5 million people and what the mediums and averages are in that kind of population. So I think the problems of that, it'd be better if we have that kind of oversight, that kind of data where we can look and be like, oh yeah, like 100%. But overall, this discussion is just interesting based on the fact of what we think the averages would be and how we would think that people would get along and how far they can improve, right? I think you can get to a point where you're accepted in society and you're not singled out like, oh, that guy's bald, or oh, that guy's fat, or oh, that guy. I think if you try a little bit, you can be good looking to somebody, at least. I'll put it in that context. But I don't think everybody can be a 7. I don't think everybody can be a 6. There's a lot of people I know that if they try their best right now, they might not even get to a 6. And that's just a lot of people like I know. And they're like, whether they have money or not, just certain things are out of their touch. You know, you got the same size clavicles as like my older sister, but that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like certain things you cannot do, and you're just not gonna you're not gonna be able to surpass certain difficulties. I think the average person, at least, because they have like timeline problems, they have financial issues that they might be facing or whatever. But I think you can look okay. But
sure.
You're looking back. If you can see yourself at 90 years old right now, what would you think so far would be your regrets that you would want to change from now till 90? Not what you can change from 29, like under 29. Like what's already done's done. But what do you think that you would want to change from now to 90?
I see. Took me a second to understand that question.
Take your time.
I think it's probably going to, the only way to really answer this question, it's going to push you back to what you value now. I think is kind of the only way to answer that, really.
But wouldn't you want to kind of add in what you think you would?
There's no way to know.
But is that part of the equation at all?
And if you think you do, then that means you already value it now, is what I'm saying. If you can think of it now, it means you already value it to some extent, whether you have it or not. So if one of the things like, oh, you know, one of the regrets was that I never did X. Well, if I'm thinking about that right now, that means I'm thinking I want to do it, but I'm not doing it for some reason. But it means that I value it enough to think about it.
Yes, but that's still part of...
Otherwise, I don't know it, and I can't think of it if I don't know it.
That's still part of a plan that you have for the future.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's still...
Yeah, it's still now. It's present. Yeah.
The fact that I think about it now means that I have it in my head right now.
But
right?
it's just not physically getting done.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I value it to think about it, but not enough to actually act on it. That's what I'm saying. The only way to really answer it is you basically just have to analyze what you value right now. Some of it's going to obviously be stuff that you currently have, and you want to make sure that it stays strong, so you could see yourself possibly regretting it if you didn't hold on to it strong enough. So stuff like for people would be like family. So, you know, spending more time with family. So if you're thinking about that now, then you're hoping that when you're 90, you're not regretting, you know, not spending more time with family kind of thing. So for me personally, probably that'll be one. Family's definitely a big one for me. Education is another one. Whether it's pursuing more or trying different education, just regardless. of the type. It doesn't have to be something I've done before, but even trying something new. Personal business, like starting one or continuing one, would be one as well, and probably service as well. It's probably another one. Those are the main ones I think I'd say.
And do you think that these, as you age, these things that you think you want are closer to what your parents want? It's almost you're reiterating their values.
Part of it's 100%. There's no way to not.
But
right?
how much is it, like, as you age?
Can't give you a number.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, not number. But as you age, do you think it's more closer to what they're saying?
It depends on your relationship with your parents.
No, I'm saying for you specifically.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, probably gets closer to that for sure.
Because I find myself the complete opposite. I find that as I age, it's further away from my mom. Even though time after time, I see that certain aspects of things that she saw coming or first saw are happening.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? What are you
Shut the
saying,
fuck up.
man?
Shut up.
Are you gay?
I'm
You
so
are,
gay.
right?
I'm so gay.
100%.
I'm so gay.
I can tell. That's what the hat says. This guy,
This is DTY.
this guy that's wearing me is gay as fuck.
Dude, wait. Why the fuck are you dissing a local like this?
A local?
I met this guy at Cactus Club. I swear I met him. I'm from Van. I'm from Van. If you know, stop fucking coming at me.
Hector, you got outed.
I'm from East Van, bro.
Oh shit.
Well,
Who-
I live in West Van.
hold on. Where's he from?
Who?
You're saying you know him, right?
I swear I've seen him at Cactus Club.
Yeah, but that nose has been
There's a
everywhere.
million people who look like... Yeah, his nose has been everywhere. I've seen it. Oh, I've seen his nose over the horizon. But
Damn.
I've definitely seen this guy.
Damn, you got to be on your knees to see Hector's nose on the horizon, bro. How does that work? How does that work?
Well, he did
In what
say
position do you got to be sitting
he did say he was gay.
to
I am very gay for him.
actually?
He's a good-looking guy.
No, but
Appreciate
yo,
it, man.
are you actually gay though?
Fuck no.
Oh,
You're getting so excited.
because I got a
You
friend
suck.
that I met last night.
I wouldn't call him your friend yet. Okay.
Yeah.
What
Dude,
is he, like
look,
your,
I got a
your
friend that I met
associate?
last night, an acquaintance,
Acquaintance. That's a good one.
and
yeah.
at Hector's birthday party that I want to set you up with. He's a good-looking guy. He's got blue eyes, blonde hair.
Speaking of good-looking guys, let's switch it over to you, buddy boy. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a good-looking
Yo.
guy right there.
Yo, is that Keemstar?
Yeah, bro.
Keemstar, if
Yeah.
you lost
Holy
like 40
fuck.
pounds.
Keemstar. It's Vicstar, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's Big Star.
Yeah, man, I got the caterpillar eyebrows. I'm in.
Fucking knew it.
Dude, he's got 12 million net. That's crazy.
I thought
Vic?
you were calling me fat like before. You're dissing me. You were dissing me. Before.
Yeah, dude, you're still fat.
Damn, bro. Why are you dissing him like that?
Wait. How tall are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 6 inches.
How much you weigh?
210.
Actually, how tall are you?
6.
Actually 6.
I'm actually 6.
Actually 6.
I'm 6'3".
6.
15.
You know what's funny? 6 is like the most suspect number for a height.
Yeah, because everybody
Like,
says they're 6.
because everyone's trying to be 6.
So he's like, yo, I'm 6.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot.
That's such an odd number.
Well, especially if you say like 6'0", everyone's like, "Oh, sure you are," but more like
I feel like I'm on a
5'11"
Podcast right now.
or like 5'10".
You got
I
any,
think I'm on a podcast.
okay, hey, listen to me. He's a 10, right? But his dick is smelly. Every day you suck it.
Ugh.
Oh, 11.
Damn.
Extra
Well,
flavor,
it
extra
adds
flavor.
Yeah.
Ah, there
yeah.
you go. Ah, there you go.
Look.
Gay
My
knows
friends
gay.
be spinning slots right now on the fucking Discord.
So do you, like, win any actual money doing this or no?
Yeah, dude, this guy has multiple max wins.
Like, how much does he win?
Pot, what's your biggest win? Oh, $4,000 off of how much to spin?
Jesus.
On 40-cent spin.
Fucking not bad, buddy.
$4,000 on a 40, but like, what are the odds there? It'd be hard to see the odds,
Well,
but like, what would
the
be
odds
like?
of
How often does he win? How often is he? How many hours is he doing this for?
Oh, he wins every night. Every night.
Hector, should we get in this?
Feel like at this point we should. Let's contact our boy
You guys
Sonny.
got Discord? You guys got Discord?
Of course.
Yeah,
Type it up.
Oh wait, no, not the channel Discord. Yeah, you have to send him your own.
yeah. Whatever.
Okay, give me yours.
I'm gonna send him
I'm
yours.
gonna add you. I want to
Send me mine?
I'll send him yours.
Here, write it down.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got 2 accounts.
Look at you with the wireless keyboard.
You like that?
Yeah, bro.
Only guys with
So
big
hot.
dicks that are circumcised with wireless keyboards.
I'm not circumcised.
That's why you got a wired one, bro.
Wired keyboard, wired
You got a
cock.
wired keyboard and a wired brain, bro.
I'm a wired
You're part of the
cock.
Matrix, bro. You got to step out. You got to step
Oh, yeah,
out.
true. I take the pill. No, I'll fucking put you guys on the gambling shit though.
Yeah, but how tall are you really?
So stupid.
6'2".
Shut the fuck up. You're like a
I
good
am.
5'10" and a half.
I'm 6'2".
Oh,
yo,
come
yo,
on.
click on the fucking so I can type.
I'm 6'2". I have some belly now, but
Oh, you always did. Why are you acting
no,
like it's a new thing?
I used to be skinny like a year and a half ago, but
Skinny fat, maybe.
I just let my shut the fuck up.
Fuck
bitch.
it, just straight on the disc.
Listen, bro.
It's triggering me.
Listen, man. I'm just fucking with you. Don't kill yourself. We got too many brothers dying over here. You know what I
Fuck,
mean?
Yeah, true.
You know, even though you're gay, you know, you like dick in your mouth. I don't discriminate. You're still.
His freaking Discord's not working. Is there no caps?
I'm
or is
trying
there-
to yeah. Where do you get the ID again?
Hector, you gotta step up, man. All you guys do
Oh,
is go on
I think I
Discord.
added him. I added him.
Okay, sick.
I think I added him.
Should be. Check your stuff.
'Cause
I'll
it's
send
all
you some.
caps.
I'll send you some info later.
And some dick pics.
No. How to like go into rehab
Jesus.
For what?
for all the diseases you got. You know, all the illnesses.
Yeah. Wait. You box?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What's on your knuckles?
Paint.
Here.
Oh, you're a painter.
No, I
Hey.
just painted my fucking apartment. Some work.
Oh, so well. I mean, technically that makes you a painter.
For the day, I guess.
I guess for the day, man. Temp work, baby.
Yo, Armin, I added you. Yo, are you sure this is your Discord? This looks sus.
It is sus.
That is him.
It's me. I'll
It is
upload
weird.
some shit, guaranteed.
I'll
He,
approve it.
he
I'll
only
see your
just
dick
he
later
only
on-
just made
on here.
Discord like a month or so ago.
Dude, I literally
Really?
made it to like talk to these fucking goofbags.
Goof
True.
bags.
Okay, well,
Bunch
let
of
me know.
goofbags.
I'll put you guys on gambling. My biggest win is $2,000 off 40 cent.
And how many times did you spin? Like 40 cent, you say per. Like,
I'm. You know what? I'll just tell you this. I'm up $4,000. So
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
how
It's
many hours are
nothing.
you doing this?
2 hours a week.
2 hours a week, and you're up $4,000 this week.
Yeah. No, just in general.
Okay, but how much are you up per week?
I don't do it every week.
Okay, but like
he runs it every day. He does it every single fuck. I can.
Hector,
Okay,
we
well,
might just
I
make
don't
it
wanna
big
see it.
every day.
Pot can't control himself, but Pot
put-
you can
put
go
the
fuck
hours
every
in.
minute.
Put the hours in, maybe.
Dog, you gotta put in the 10 hours.
No, listen, I'll fucking put you guys on.
10 hours a day, 40 cents
Okay,
a
that's
spin.
fucking relaxing on 10 hours a day. Jesus Christ.
Imagine.
No, that's smart.
You're,
HN gamblers
is it
out here.
smart? Because I think you'd
Yeah,
be down
yeah,
like
you're
10
10 hours a
grand in
day.
a day.
No,
get-
no, you're smart, right?
I think my
You do-
fucking IQ would be down a lot if I did it
No,
for
you
10
do
hours a day.
and then you have a rule where you only put in 20% of your bank account a day. So it's
20% of your bank account a day. That's the dumbest rule I've ever heard in my
Bruh.
life.
No, that's smart. That's
How's
smart.
that smart, bro?
That's
'Cause
high
it's,
as
like,
fuck.
financially
Hold on,
smart.
hold on. Do you live at home or do you live on your own?
Do I live at home or do I live at my own?
Do you, yeah,
Yeah,
like do you
like-
live at your mom's house or do you live?
Yeah, I live at my mom's house.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, so that's
Alright,
I
a
just
cool.
turned 18.
bit
Yeah,
more risk there.
cool,
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah. You can,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
I
mean,
was joking
alright.
with it. No way you take the 20% thing serious. I was joking.
I'm like, bro, maybe
a fucking
you
joke.
maybe you are, man. That's why my buddy's kind of fucking
Sus.
worried. He's like,
Sus.
No.
copy me 20% of like
First
your
you're sucking
allowance.
dick. Now
No,
you're
it's
20%.
That's not a concern though. That's just like
I
a
mean,
lifestyle.
make
listen,
good
this
money,
guy
but I'm
risks,
not
right?
moving out.
True.
I make good money.
Right. All right, dude.
Okay.
All the best.
Nice to meet you, baby. Mwah.
Damn, bro. That stash. That stash is
Hi.
heavy.
What?
What?
Fucking hell. Okay, bet. What about you? Where you at?
I'm at Howard University.
Where's
Howard Junior College, Tech College.
No. This is like an accredited university.
accredited, bro?
Sure.
Come on, man. Don't diss him like that.
By the WNBA.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sure.
Where's Howard?
It's in Washington, D.C.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
In the hood.
damn, bro. That's okay.
For real, though. It's a historically black college.
Oh yeah, I got you. What do they call that again? There's like an acronym for
An
that.
African American
HBCU.
college.
Was that?
HBCU.
Yeah, HBCU. Yeah, that's right, HBCU.
What are y'all majors?
I'm in arts history. My buddy over here is. I'm kidding. Art history.
We're unassigned general studies.
Even worse. No, we're both engineering majors. My buddy over here is in software. I'm in civil.
Oh man.
Okay. Y'all got any like opportunities or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Like internships and stuff. Co-ops. What do you mean?
I mean, I had a friend at Carnegie Mellon, and
What's good?
Oh yeah, there's two of us here.
Oh, whoa, that was trippy.
Don't worry, we're in the same room.
That's what happens when you come over to Cornell, son.
Cornell
Cornell material.
Y'all in like the middle of nowhere in New York. Like,
Dog.
Upstate New York.
We're
Like,
savages.
we like.
I'm from Brooklyn, so like I toured Cornell on my college tour.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, it is in the middle. It's like upstate New
You
York.
came by, but you couldn't open the doors, man. It's all good.
I chose not to open the door.
Yeah.
He chose not to. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I was saying my friend got some like while he was at Carnegie Mellon, he was doing stuff with like NASA and all that.
Oh.
Good, but me, I'm not into engineering. I wish I was
What's your major?
psychology.
Oh, you're fucked, bro. Might as well drop out. Might as well drop out now. Save yourself an extra 25 grand a year, bro. Plus living costs. Just get a Panago job or fucking Pizza Hut. Start it off, doggy.
Yo, are you? Wait, you're paying out of state tuition though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Fuck.
fucked. You're right.
Scholarship,
You are right below like international student.
No, it's the same.
I have a scholarship.
It's the same.
No,
over there.
international students.
Out of
ridiculous.
state's the same,
Bro,
bro.
international students right now is like 41 grand.
Bro, it's the same.
What are you paying right now?
See, with my scholarship, about like 25 a year.
No,
or less
but
than.
without
Actually, not even.
without scholarship.
They raised tuition last semester, so like 50K.
It's the same. bro.
Damn.
Yeah. You know how I know this, Brian? Because when he went down,
Yeah, he went
it was,
international.
it was the
right?
same,
Damn.
and it was the same, just out of state.
Damn. Yeah. Fuck that.
You know, it's priceless. Listen.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure I keep the scholarship because if I don't, I can't go to
Oh
school.
wait,
no
but
more.
what about this? The fucking tuition allowance thing that Biden's doing. Is that gonna?
When's that gonna be?
So, I think that was only for people with student loans, which I'm gonna have student loans. But,
Right.
like
Pass student loans,
They
right?
also dropped the HERF fund, which is like if you have like if you reach the certain like
Threshold.
what's it called? Yeah, the income threshold. It's like you can get certain money. And like last year they dropped it. I got like 800. So hopefully I get some this year.
Nice. Yeah. That'd be good. Makes no
Damn,
fucking
bro.
sense how expensive that shit is, man. Just in general.
Yeah, no, for real. And it's like the school I'm going to, it's not even worth it at all.
Yes,
I
you're
wish I
like,
was-
no, but think about it, right? If he didn't have a
I really
scholarship,
wish I
like,
went to another school.
is this school?
Yo, bro, just drop out now, man. Become a rapper.
Is this school really worth 50K a year? That's
know.
that's the
Hell
question,
no.
right? Yeah. Like,
I
what the
don't know.
fuck?
This school, which is it's Howard University, it's supposed to be like the best HBCU, right? Like
Really?
the one that's been the longest, like it's been out the longest.
More than
And,
like the Texan ones?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like the best one.
What
And
the fuck? Interesting.
what's it called? It just sucks. Like we have notable people that went here. Like y'all know Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. He went to Howard?
He went to Howard. Y'all know Taraji P Henson.
No,
Who?
That is no. Well, she's another famous black
Okay,
actress.
yeah, yeah.
Simpson?
Y'all know P Diddy, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his graduate at Howard. Nick
Yeah, but-
Cannon got his graduate.
That's
So
hilarious.
it's like, yeah, it's like we got so many famous people, but our facilities are shit. Like we ain't got AC in buildings that should have AC. Like
the fuck,
right
man?
now where I'm living, my thermostat is broken. I've put in several maintenance requests. Nobody has come.
You gotta fix that
So,
shit
like-
yourself, son. See, this is what I'm
See,
saying.
it's-
Stop.
yeah,
Drop
that-
the psychology.
that's it.
Go to construction. Then you'll know how to fix the thermostat. Easy
Yeah,
fix.
It's like I got to do a lot of shit myself here. So I don't think I think I should, but the amount of shit I have to do myself is not okay. I wish I went to UPitt. Like that shit would have been better.